anything. So, did you guys find who do you want to talk about next, or do you want me to give the topic?
I mean, yeah, we deliberated. I can't really think of anyone really contentious that's underrated, like
He
Sasuke.
was
But
talking about Donzo.
I was questioning Donzo. Yeah,
Okay, Donzo's a fair guy. Like that's actually pretty interesting. So, yeah, Donzo, like he's really interesting because like he has like the fucking Hashirama cells as well, which kind of amps him to a degree and whatnot. So like that, obviously is helping and going a long way. Because look at old man Hiruzen. You know what I mean? Like when he was getting old, he didn't have any modifications or anything like that. So he was kind of like limited and restrained in what he could do in the fight against Orochimaru. Like it was even stated like if he was 10 years younger, he would have killed him, or or if he was younger, whatever. Like he could do like all these shadow clones and all this other shit, blah blah. But he had to be careful like with his chakra and and yada yada, the whole 9 yards. Like or he would shorten his life and shit. So like old age does affect you. It does eventually hinder you and shit. But Donzo, he kind of had the freebie to like not deal with those type of effects due to the Hashirama cells, you name it. And then he had like all those fucking shotting guns. Like, bro, we see what happens to Kakashi with just one. This motherfucker had like so many all over his body. The amount of chakra that's depleting, but that just goes to show you how crazy Hashirama cells are. So like, stamina and chakra wise, like he's pretty good there. And the main thing he's really known for is just his hacks. You know what I mean? And his off guard shit. Like he's a really weird character because like he's able to fight against someone that's stronger than him, that's just shitting on him over and over, but to the point where he can still fight against them effectively, and
because
even
of hacks.
Yeah, because of hacks, create openings, and just basically make it to the point where the fight could have eventually gone either way, and that's really fucking like I wouldn't say like impressive, but it's really interesting in a sense because it's like if you were to give maybe the same thing to any other character or whatever, they would more than likely maybe not be able to perform that way, or it wouldn't maybe be as nowhere near the same. I don't know, but I don't know. Like he's interesting. He really is interesting. Like so. However far you guys want to take that whole fucking scaling with him against Susanoo Sasuke or Five Kage Summon Sasuke, it's really interesting. But like I don't know, like when it comes to him like fighting a lot of people, he does have a huge advantage though. I'll say that. Like he has a big one. You know what I mean? Like you got to kill him a million fucking times. Like if you don't have like a jutsu that's like fast enough to fuck him before he can reactivate Izanagi, like he's perfectly fine. Like if anything, like Sasuke would have killed him, but he like sacrificed his Hashirama cells. Like he used all the wood style out of his body to divert the direction of the arrow.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because he would have died right there, and then he was able to activate it again. So like, if you're fast enough and you have a jutsu where if it ever gets to the point where he deactivates it, you mean then he's fucked. And then a lot of people could be able to beat him at that point. But if he's using that shit and you're not aware or you don't expect that, whatever, like he's an asshole. I'll say that. He's the guy you fight in a video game that like you don't expect to lose against because it's just his shit is just so weird or catches you completely off guard.
God forbid, Tono Masakami.
Like in that too, he also has Shishui's eye, which is another most ridiculous fucking broken hack ability. So it's like you're talking about a guy that basically has the potential to kind of beat anybody he kind of goes against. If I'm really being honest with you.
Dude, having Hashirama and Uchiha fighting you is no joke, bro.
Yeah, it's really crazy. So like Donzo, he's strong. He's really strong. A lot of people actually would say that he's just, he just scales way down below, blah blah. But like, let's say you take Bloodlust into consideration. Like if we're talking about a Bloodlust battle, okay, and he goes to use any of his hacks, you know what I mean? Especially Kodo, like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Well,
let's
say you do beat Donzo, you also have to keep in mind that he also has the reverse on. I can't remember that stealing jutsu that he can activate upon death that even Obito was afraid of.
I know.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, so like
the one shot.
Yeah, like he just has like a lot of weird, crazy abilities, dude. Like really weird, crazy abilities. But yeah, no, Donzo, he's that guy, and it kind of like I said, his character pisses me off to a degree because due to his abilities and how weird he is, like it's kind of the reason why the whole Shishri thing played out as well and kind of gave him a bad rep because like his abilities are just like weird. I mean, like fucking Shishri like no diffed him just like Itachi did to Orochimaru, like effortlessly beat him, and he didn't think it was a substitution or shadow clone or anything like that because those work in their own ways. You know, shadow clone has its own mechanics and mechanisms. Substitution is basically you moving so fast to replace yourself with something else, so on and so forth. Like, so he knew it wasn't those two, which is why he was caught off guard and got basically beat up, you know, because it was Izanagi. He would never ever expect someone that's not on Uchiha to use Izanagi ever. You know what I mean? So like he's just crazy. Like the fact that he has the ability to beat people that could scale over him is really interesting to me. Very, very interesting. Now, obviously, if we're talking about, like, you know, people like Raikage or Minato or Tobirama, things like that, where they have, like, really insane speed, or, like, KCM1 or KCM2 Naruto, shit like that, if they're able to, like, speed blitz before he can activate Izanagi or any of his hacks, then, yeah, obviously that's a W and he loses. But then again, it's just so hard to fucking gauge, like, you know, the activation time of his hacks and everything, like, you know what I mean? Because that's another thing we all forget, like, Jutsu activation is tremendously greater than your body movement speed and all that shit. Like a prime example, Sasuke with his Susanoo. When Raikage went V2, Sasuke no longer could really keep up. He had to do Susanoo, otherwise he'd get fucked with a Mataratsu. He was outclassed by speed at that point. You know, and there's countless of other examples. So, like, when it comes to Jutsu activation, it goes a long fucking way. And it kind of gets to the point where it's like, unless you have like a tremendous amount of speed, like some fucking 6-pass level speed, you know, something that would be obvious that he wouldn't even be able to activate his jutsu, he would just get blitz and die, then yeah, he's more than likely taking the loss. What's it called? So it's really interesting. It just ultimately it depends how the fight goes. Also, you know, like let's say he's about to fight someone, you know what I mean? If he has that shit pre-active, what the fuck do? You know what I mean? Like good luck. What's it called? So, or if it's like he's meeting someone head on head, like, you know, they just meet and now they're about to fight, you know? So the variables do matter, the context matters, you name it. So he's just a really weird character.
You could use really good genjutsu to make him think that he reactivated it when he did it, something similar to what Sasuke did.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, so like, and that's a thing too, like fucking, you know, like, especially when you're talking about people like Obito or fucking Itachi and things like that, you know, if they're using genjutsu and shit, like he's gonna be getting fucked from that. But see, it's like it's interesting because like Sasuke, this is always in character, but he always uses genjutsu. Like it's stated numerous amount of times that he's not really known for having like extremely powerful, potent genjutsu. He's just known to use it as like such a sharp weapon. You know what I mean? Like a really like, you know, like he's really really fucking smart with it, and like he did at the perfect opening to make him believe that he used it even though he didn't, and then, you know, it ended up fucking him over. So like, yeah, if you're able to incorporate something like that, then yeah, by all means. But it's just you know, it's just he's hard. Like he's really hard to deal with, dude. He's a very very contentious fucking person. I'll say that. Very contentious.
What do you think about First Gate Kakashi versus Danzo? How do you think that would go?
First Gate Kakashi. So like if Kakashi just does like First Gate and charges at him,
like in the time, like chronologically when he's done with the raw training, you know what I mean? Let's say like he can activate First Gate on Bill. You think at that time he'd be able to beat Don?
So if he does like, yeah, if they're about to fight and basically Kakashi does like First Gate with Raikuri or just to charge him and try to fight him, whatever. If he's able to be faster than Danzo's jutsu activation, like his Izanagi or his fucking, you know, Kodo, whatever, then yeah, he should be able to win easy. But then again, like if I were to see that actually play out in a fight, especially if we're like talking like, you know, even in character or bloodlusted, like I feel like it's fair to assume that they both would be able to activate their shit in a reasonable same amount of time, or Danzo should be able to activate it more than likely faster. Because like to even like, that's a weird thing. Like to where the fuck does Danzo even scale throughout the beginning of Naruto? Like we don't really know. He doesn't have anything. He's not really shown until fucking until like Shippuden and Five Kage Summit. Now we have statements and things like that where like him being compared to Heroes and yada yada, you name it. So if we take that line of scaling, you name it, he would still technically scale over this Kakashi that was basically, useless against Orochimaru. And even if we take the elite Prime Kakashi, who is able to kind of combat against a holding back Itachi and fight in the Konoha Crush and all that, even that Kakashi, in my opinion, I just don't like for him to be able to beat someone's on caliber of like Orochimaru or Hiruzen or Danzo. I don't know. I don't really see that happening. I feel like narratively, he's more than likely losing, or if anything, they would have more of the edge, especially with him having the Hashirama cells, Izanagi to fucking catch Kakashi off guard, you name it. Like, I don't know. Like, but either way, the only win con Kakashi has is if you think he just straight up can just blitz him before he activates his shit, by all means. But if you look at the scaling, analyzing both, you name it, I think Danzo is still way over this Kakashi at that point in time.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's like fucking Shippuden Kakashi, I feel like that's a lot more, contentious, and I could see it being perfectly reasonable for him to win or pull it off if he's able to do it. But then again, like, whenever we see, like, I'll talk about in character first, whenever Kakashi's fighting in character, he's always feeling out his opponents. He's never really bloodlusted. He's always just feeling them out, analyzing, trying to gather weaknesses or strengths, blah, blah, using substitution, shadow clone. That's what he always does. And then he comes up with a strategy and then eventually wins the day or wins the fight. And if he's coming out with that same type of, tactics, that's actually going to really backfire on him. Because it's kind of similar to Pain, to where Pain's like hacks and abilities and whatnot. Like, yeah, he was feeling them out, strategizing, whatever, and it was working to some form of degree. But, like, Pain has a ridiculous amount of more stamina and chakra compared to Kakashi. Like, he's more of, like, a powerhouse to keep pressing him with hacks and you name it. Like, it's not a fair battle. You know what I mean? It's really not fucking fair. So, like, if Kakashi was to approach that the normal way he normally does against people, it'll more than likely backfire to where he'll get outlasted, similar to like Sasuke. You know what I mean? Because if he's able to go that long with Sasuke, who's in a fucking Uchiha, and Kakashi's not, I'm sorry, I don't see Kakashi lasting the same amount of time as Sasuke did. I just don't fucking see that. But either way,
it's really a battle of endurance. It seems like with Danzo, dude.
Yeah, and that too. You know what I mean? So like, so either way, like for Kakashi to last, I just don't see it. And then two, like, if what you have to do is you can't let him use his abilities. So if Kakashi has intel on Danzo and he's being like prepped, I could see him pulling off the W. But if he has no prep, no intel on Danzo, and he acts in character, he's most definitely more than likely taking the L. He's just going to be wasting Raikuris or ninjutsu or Kamwis, whatever. It's not going to do shit. It's just going to wipe him out and he's fucked. You know what I mean? Very similar to Pain. What's it called? And then another thing I'll say as well to that, like if we're talking about War Arc Kakashi or Six Pass Kakashi or Boruto Kakashi, absolutely wipes the floor with him.
No doubt, bro.
Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but like that Kakashi.
The question becomes: do you think Kakashi should be able to react to stuff in this comp? He should maybe redo that. Do you think Kakashi would be able to fight people that he can react with his Mangekyo with? Because that's true.
So, as we all know, Mangekyo, enhances your, perception, all that, reading movements, blah, 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 like tremendously even more further than 3 Tomo. So, him being able to see people and read movements, blah, blah, that's obviously not going to be a problem. Now, as we know, if you have, like, relative speed or you're able to be fast enough to be able to predict your opponent's movements and act accordingly, then Kakashi would still be perfectly fine, obviously. Now, if he's tremendously outspeed, then he's just going to get fucked and blitzed like what Killer Bee does to Sasuke, or like Lee does to Sasuke, or fucking Raikage to Sasuke. You know what I mean? So, so clearly, like, it just depends on the gap, and that's where it gets hard, because obviously then, all right, we'll quantify the gap, and it's like, sometimes you can't fucking do that with Naruto, that's the problem. So either way, it's interesting, but like, if he has his Mangekyo, and to answer your question, and someone's a lot more faster, I guess, in the sense of whatever, like, would that help? Absolutely, I could see it, because, look at Sasuke. He had 3 Tomo against, V1 B with the Lariat, that's at light speeds, and he's able to dodge this shit with just 3 Tomo, He doesn't have the same speed, but he has enough reaction speed to predict and act accordingly. So.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because if you think that that's true, then you could argue that Kakashi, before even the war arc, he should be at least able to dodge stuff like not Indra Zero, Sasuke's Shushino arrow. So he should just be able to dodge everything Danzo does, and then just throw out basic deadly attacks until he has no more Sharingan to use.
Yeah, so if Kakashi has his Mangekyo out already, then it's arguable for him to be able to dodge the fucking arrow or not. But the problem with that though is it's more subjectively, believable for where Kakashi didn't have that speed, that he has to use his jutsu activation speed instead. But then again, the counter to that is, he didn't have his Mangekyo out, so maybe because, he had to go from 3-Toma to Mangekyo and then use Kamui, that's why he did it and made the statement man, it was so fast, if I didn't have my Kamui, I would have died. So, so I get what you're saying, if he had it out, maybe he could be able to time and dodge, probably. But it's kind of hard to gauge and we don't really know. But it's fair and believable. I wouldn't say he wouldn't be able to. And then especially if you go the whole line of what I think either Pimpin or Obito said with the whole how Mangekyo amps your stats and stuff, if you actually believe in that and so on and so forth, that should be able to make him faster as well. So but that that's just me though. And then not only that, another thing to kind of what's that?
Mangekyo. Isn't there a light novel statement that says that Mangekyo does make the user faster?
The Mangekyo is said to increase your power by 10 folds by Shishui.
Okay.
Yeah, there's stuff with Shishui. There's things all around. What's it called? I would have to look at those as well because anytime I ever see it in a debate, someone will bring it up, and then when they read it, it's still very vague. Or to the point where it's not, it's to the point where it's not saying it boosts your stats or amps you up. You know what I mean? Literally, it's just saying just makes them powerful in a sense or whatever. So then it comes to the question where it's fuck, well, okay, what sense is that? Is that meaning because the fact they have increased, perception and hacks abilities now or Susanoo? Yeah. Or does that mean because they're actually getting faster and stronger and etc. even in base and so on and so forth? So it's a lot of gray area, and so whenever I'm seeing these arguments, or better yet, I've even seen Six doing it against Noodles is easily able to refute it and kind of be no, you can't prove that, blah, blah, because it just says, X, Y, and Z. It's not saying it's actually making him faster, blah, blah. So for all I know, that's just because, he can predict things a lot better now, or use Susanoo or hacks or whatever, yada, yada. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I have no fucking problems with it. And if you're in a debate, if you know how to connect the dots and construe it in a sense, you could be able to make it work and believable. But if you're kind of going against someone that doesn't believe in that shit at all, they're going to have, in my opinion, have a lot more of an advantage to dismiss or prove it that is not the case or likely, and it's more likely due to this reason X, Y, and Z. That's just
Noodles do be trying to pull that arrow flame mind hacks shit.
Yeah. But either way, that's just that with Kakashi, but fucking, either way, all I'm saying is War Arc Kakashi, I can see him definitely going to beat Danzo, the amount of chakra and stamina he has is fucking off the charts. You know what I mean? He's just more versatile with Kamui. He can, literally go into the dimension whenever he pleases. He's just fucking strong, dude.
Turkey, bro. You know what I mean?
He's a beast at that point, dude. So that Danzo, don't get me wrong, Danzo's crazy. If he uses Kodo, then yeah, he loses. But let's say he doesn't use Kodo. Let's say he wants to say that just in case for the bigger fish or something. I don't know, for Madara or whatever. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Then basically I don't see any issues of Kakashi beating him. And if it's 6 paths, come on, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Fucking
beating who?
Danzo.
Dude,
yeah, Danzo's not beating War Arc Kakashi or 6 paths.
No, War Arc would shit on him.
Yeah. What is he doing?
What is he doing?
Yeah, exactly. It's just not happening. Even if you grant Jutsu activation and he starts pulling the Outlast strategy game plan, he's gonna lose. He's not, even that won't work for him. It's gonna be the same shit like Sasuke, where it's gonna be a do or die, and then Kakashi is extremely fucking intelligent. Okay,
Izanagi wouldn't even work. He gets people. It's too fast for that.
Right? I mean, fucking
Kamui would just
Like, if anything, whether you guys agree or not, if anything, Kakashi would probably do a better plan to deal with Izanagi and shit compared to what Sasuke did with his Genjutsu moment, you know? But that's just me. But anyways, so, good with Danzo. I'm glad we discussed him. That was a good character to talk about. Cause it's not really in the sense of, like, him, people disrespecting, whatever, blah, blah, but it's more of the understanding part and more people not really understanding why he can scale so high. So, it was a good pick. It's a very contentious pick. He's a weird ass fucking character, but it's understandable.
Yeah, I feel like some characters are more straightforward, you know, and like we all clearly understand those, but like the ones that are contentious or that are actually like really underrated, I think those are enjoyable to talk about for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it definitely keeps you thinking and pondering. Now, the character I was gonna bring up next was gonna be Haku. Like. She's a weird fucking character. So I was reading, you know, I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been rereading and going through, and like, yeah, and everything. And eventually, I'll look at the anime and whatnot, because why not? Fuck it, and just get some more details and shit. But like when I was reading through and whatnot, this like the statements that I see and whatnot that surround her, like she's just a really interesting character. And mind you, I haven't read the data book stuff. I do know that apparently in like her data book thing that explains her jutsu, that it's at like light speed or whatever. It's like similar to Lariat and stuff like that. You know, what's it called? But either way, like she's just a really interesting character. Like when I was reading through, like she had statements to imply she's stronger than that Kakashi and Zabuza. It was twice. It was actually stated.
100%.
What's it called? So it was stated when she first appears to bamboozle them all. Like if she was going to kill his body or whatever. And then basically Kakashi's like, yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. Suck it up, Buttercup. You know, reality as it is she's way younger than you, but fucking, or around your age, but she's stronger than me. That's just how the world works. It is what it is, you know. So there's that. Then you have the point where they're on the bridge where Zabuza's like, yeah, she's even stronger than us. Like, there's no way they can beat her. I mean, like, so
Haku is what Kakuzu wishes he was.
Yeah, exactly. So like Haku,
like if you put Haku above Pain, it's fine. Yeah. There's no contradictions for it.
Like Haku's a really interesting character, and there's many ways you can be able to argue and upskill her, especially if you're debating or whatever, yada yada. Now, when you look at the narrative side of things, or when you look a little bit more deeper into it, the only problem though that I have with the character Haku, because what I've realized is there's a point where she's actually using her full speed in base, not with the mirrors, but just in base, and she can't beat a Genin Sasuke. She's getting outbeaten in a speed battle. Okay, she was going at full speed and everything. It stated it's all serious. There's no bullshit. She wasn't holding back or whatever. She's holding back when she does her ice mirrors and shit. That was stated and confirmed. But what's it called? But when she's going at Sasuke, like she's going full at speed, and she can't beat him, and she gets outbeaten in speed. And even like Zabu's like, wow, like your kid is something else. Like now I can see why the Uchiha are like really feared, blah blah. And then Zabuza like literally says like, hey, at the rate you're going, Haku, if you don't get serious, you're gonna lose the battle. I mean, like, come on. So, and then that's when she does her ice mirror, and then she just shits on him. So, and then just holding back because she didn't want to kill him. But like, so if you kind of like, depending on how you analyze that, I don't know how far you guys want to go on that or whatnot. You know, whether if you believe that's her full speed, or whether she was still holding back at that exact moment, or you believe she was going at full speed at that moment in base. So if you take that with a grain of salt, okay, her base speed is not impressive at all. Okay, there'd be X, Y, and Z amount of numerous people that would just fucking basically speed blitz or outclass her at that point then. But what compensates for it, though, is not... Remember, we've talked about this over and over, is her jutsu activation. That's what really saves her. So let's say she's fighting against someone that's really dangerous or whatever. All she has to do is activate ice crystal mirrors, and bam, now she has lights. Like, you know what I mean? Like speed of light speed, okay? Fucking teleportation and doing some crazy ass shit like Minato and you name it, or Tobirama. Because that's what makes her so dangerous. When I was reading the manga and everything, she kind of explains it to a degree and says, you can't beat me or anything, blah, blah. Once you're in this jutsu, it's over. Because, like, I move at the speed of light. I'm literally teleporting. Okay, space-time ninjutsu, whatever, in a sense. Okay, to where, like, basically whenever I move, it's like you're moving in slow motion. Like, that's what she dead-ass states verbatim. So, like, if she's using that ability, okay, she's moving so fast and teleporting, everything's basically moving in slow fucking motion, you know, and you're kind of fucked. You know what I mean? So like, when she uses that ability, it's like, that's a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Like, so unless you have like, you know, if you have the stats to move at those speeds, and you're fine. So meaning like, if you're maybe like the Raikage or Minato, Tobirama, things like that, you should be perfectly fine and shit. Or if you have like jutsu activation like Kamui or Rinnegan jutsu activation powers, that should more than likely be able to compensate or deal with it as well. But fucking either way, like, she's a big deal. I mean, like, she's pretty fucking crazy, you know? And I feel like a lot of people, like, just to end it off and let you guys say whatever you want to say with her, a lot of people try to, like, downplay or shit on her because they're like, oh, well, she couldn't even beat... She struggled with Naruto and Sasuke, even though there's plenty of evidence that she was holding back and they want to kill him, stated by Zabuza and her performance, etc. Okay, then you have people say, oh, well, fucking she lost to QB Naruto, even though she's literally getting fatigued and exhausted. It's like people forget, you know, you can get fatigued and exhausted, okay? So if you're exhausted and fatigued and someone just gets a massive fucking power up, heals, gets stronger, you name it, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's gonna fucking lose that fight, you know? Like, so you have a bunch of weirdos out there that ignore all the context and just immediately like, oh, X, Y, and Z, whatever. And it's just, it's disingenuous and it's stupid, you know? And even more evidence to that, when she's using her teleportation, Sasuke states verbatim, like, oh, she's finally getting slower. I was able to land my fire style on her just for a brief moment, like a scratch. Interesting, like, okay, so she can't really do this jutsu forever. Okay, she's getting slower. So there's there's so much evidence that the longer she does that jutsu and spams it, you know what I mean? Like, she's going to get more tired, nerfed, and then eventually to the point where you can do it to beat her or whatever. So, like, unless you're fucking, you know, I don't know, Danzo, or have the Rinnegan, or Obito's Kamui, or whatever, or Minotaur, or Tobirama, or fucking Raikage, like, good fucking luck dealing with that ability, or trying to outlast it, you know? So... that's just me, but I'll let you guys give your thoughts. I know I kind of went on for a good bit. I really wanted to kind of talk about her because she's just really interesting character, and even when she's brought back as an Edo in the War arc, like she does some interesting things there too. So, go ahead, guys, take the floor.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I just think like in the war arc, doesn't she like contend with like KCM one Naruto or something like that in terms of like?
No, it was just War Arc Kakashi and Guy. Yeah, it was. She was basically fighting like Lee, Guy, Kakashi, all that with Zabuza and the Ninja Swordsman.
Yeah,
you know, things like that. She was fighting in Sai and shit. But it's still really impressive because like it's interesting because. You know, like, we see everything in the beginning of Naruto with her. Then you see her come back in the war. We know as an Edo, you're weaker than your alive part. And she's still, like, doing really good. And that just went to go to show how scary her power really was. Because the fact that she could keep up, you know what I mean, and fight to a degree. Now, to be fair, okay, like, when she fought against the war, Kakashi had a brief exchange or whatever, you could easily imply that Kakashi's kind of holding back. Or, you know, kind of mentally, you know, distraught in a way. You know, because like back to the whole base speed thing with how she was performing the Sasuke, like that's where it's like, wait a minute. So maybe you can apply that, whatever. Or she was holding back against that Sasuke and it wasn't her at full speed, even though it was very emphasized that it was. And basically, you know, like she can even keep up with War Arc fucking Kakashi with combat speed and reaction aiming just in base. You know, and then she starts.
Kakashi grew exponentially as a
exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like. The fact that if you take that, you know what I mean, with that line of thought, that's just crazy. Then she starts doing her fucking ice mirrors, which if anything...
Go ahead. With their light mirrors, like the fact that she can go light speed, any character that can do that in general, I brought this up before, but to be able to do that and like have that like internal durability to withstand those kind of speeds, you know, I think is an interesting way to take it as well, you know, whether it be from... If you take it from a literal point of view in physics, it like might be like from heat or friction energy, or it could just be from like literally just like raw durability. You know what I mean? Like she's able to take a lot because of that. You know,
so like that's a really good point too, because you know obviously, bro, oh my god, there's so many scans especially in the beginning of Naruto, it's all about science. It's all about science. Like it has nothing but real life shit in it talking about. So yes, with that logic, technically, okay, with everything else to kind of support that, that would more support that she also has the durability to withstand light speeds, or okay, when she's doing that jutsu, it just negates durability somehow. Okay. And that's probably why she's still perfectly fine. Like, because it's a fictional fucking, chakra jutsu based shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, you know what I mean? So, like, when she's doing that particular ability, durability is probably not even a thing at that point. That's more than likely why she's okay. But let's say you take that away and you dismiss that and you're like, nah, fuck that. Let's say her durability is still being applied while she's moving at that. Okay, especially with all the science, you name it, and the facts. That just makes her durability even fucking crazy and insane. So yeah, she's ridiculous. When she does her ice mirror shit, that's where she's a problem. It's not really when she's in base. It's when she's doing her ice mirror shit. Like, you can't hit her. She can move anywhere instantaneously. You know what I mean? Like, tremendously more fast with teleporting, you name it. Like, teleportation's a big deal. It's always a big deal in Naruto, especially if you can use it to be able to effectively kill and fight people. So yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, that's a really good point to bring up. And the only thing I can really think of with her is when she does her, mind you, oh yeah, that's what it was. So when she's in Edo, that's actually like buffing her in a sense, because now she doesn't have to deal with the drawback of her getting tired and slower with her teleportation technically. Don't get me wrong, she's weaker. So let's say like we have Alive. Maybe Alive can do like 105% of speed of teleportation, while Edo can only do like 90% of speed teleportation. But guess what? That Edo can keep that 90% over and over and over and over, while the Alive is just going down and down and getting less and less faster. So Edo is like kind of built different.
Really. I was gonna ask, do you think she is still light speed as an Edo though? Do you think that rate of speed goes down as well, or do you think because it's technique rather, it remains the same? It's like a constant,
I would say it's definitely more supported that it is still in a similar ballpark of light speed. Obviously, I wouldn't say the same capacity as Alive. That's kind of a no-brainer. But I would say yes, because she's still replicating the same exact feats with her ice mirrors. She literally was able to get in front of War Kakashi's Raikuri,
absolutely,
instantaneously, and then takes the hit once again. So it's just crazy. You know what I mean? So I feel like she's consistently able to prove that even as an Edo. So it should still be within that ballpark, if that makes sense. Obviously, it's less faster, but it has to still be light speed, because if she's still blitzing this man, with teleportation. Come on, so
what are we talking about? Yeah,
exactly. Now, other than that, I'm gonna let Ken, Loke, and Obito say their thoughts on her, whatnot, and then I'll eventually finalize and kind of keep it real with her and give my final thoughts overall. But I kind of wanted to talk about all the pros and the hype with her and whatnot, because she deserves it. She deserves the respect. She's strong.
She's pain level. She's pain level.
Yeah, and she has a lot of good debates and arguments too. So.
That's my thoughts. She's just pain level.
Yeah. But
this is what Kakazu wishes to be.
Yeah, but Obito, Loke, and Ken, what are your thoughts on Haku? Let me know. Go one by one, and then I'll give my conclusion for it.
No. That was my thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought your pimpin' was talking at you at first. You guys, anyone else have anything to say? Ken, Loke, or Haku? Your boy Haku? Oh, she also had a goated feat of being a trans. Deadass. She fucking played Naruto. She played his ass.
Nah, bro. Nah. She didn't just. Nah, wait. She did not just play Naruto. He played everyone.
Everybody? I know damn well when everyone's watching her in the anime, they're like, okay, she's kind of cute, She's
the first fucking trap. That trap, bro.
Oh, the fucking trap. It was so bad, bro.
I was literally going to say the most deadly tranny in all of Naruto.
Oh shit! And the fact that dead ass, let's say you're making a tier chart, you can use this on your tier chart, all the hottest fucking females, I guess, whatever, I don't know. But you could take the statement of Naruto and be like, damn, fucking, and put her over Kid Sakura. He's like, man, it's a guy, but he looks more cute than Sakura. Oh shit! And he was like disgusted with himself. He's like, "Oh fuck, I don't swing that way though." Oh shit, that shit was great. But Ken Loke, what do you got about Haku? Say what your chat.
I don't have a whole lot. I don't have a whole lot to say that hasn't been said. It is interesting, and I can't remember if you guys had said it. I know you guys talk about how he had jumped in the way of Kakashi Raikiri in the war.
Yeah.
He also was able to do that early.
Oh yeah.
Before he
Part one.
died in an extremely weakened state after overusing the ice mirrors and all that.
Oh wow.
To the point where
yeah, but see that goes to show that Edo he doesn't have that negative drawback like he was dealing with Naruto and Sasuke when he was holding back, spamming the jutsu. Because he can just keep doing it because remember it's like they have infinite chakra. Obviously, the more chakra you have, the more powerful your technique's going to be, or the more powerful you can amp your stats. That's the whole fucking thing with chakra. And there's X, Y, and Z statements to prove and etc. So literally the fact that he's an Edo, that's what I was saying before, he's arguably, more stronger than his alive, in my opinion. Because, for one, you have to fucking seal him to beat him. And two, he doesn't get slower. It's a fucking problem, So, yeah, keep going, Ken. That's a great point.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was more or less saying that even with that nerf to his ability from being alive and his stamina and chakra drain going down, he's still so fast that he's able to cross a good distance and get right in front of a Raikiri.
Yeah. Oh, and it was in the mist too, right? Yeah, it was in the fucking mist where Kakashi was being controlled by the shadow thing. So if arguably that Kakashi was fucking he's moving at full speed, obviously with his Riker and everything, but he's being controlled by the shadow thing. There's no visibility, it's in the mist and shit, and she's still able to just teleport and know exactly where and just bam and just stop that shit. He's just crazy, dude.
It's also really hard to break through the ice mirrors as well, because even Fire Style kind of struggles with it as well.
Yeah, to be fair, she does say that level of Fire Style won't work against my mirrors. So indicating that if it's Madara or Obito or some shit or Itachi or whatever, or maybe even a older Sasuke and whatnot, that it would definitely worked. Because I guess you can indicate that that's the elemental weakness, I'm assuming. That's safe to say.
Yeah, but Kakashi does indicate when he first uses the Fire Style that he's not bad at it.
Yeah. So he does a big ass fire, but don't get me wrong, that fireball's strong. But she dead ass states verbatim that oh yeah, that level of Fire Style won't work on these mirrors. You got to do better than that, buddy. So
But I don't think because Sasuke, one of the jutsus that Sasuke definitely trained for a long while was his Fire Style.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things that his father wanted him to get good at as a measuring stick for being good, and he
what?
trained him.
Genin shouldn't have this level of Fire Style.
Literally, bro, a fucking underrated statement. Well, no, it wasn't even that. He literally said his body, or as a Genin, they shouldn't have this much chakra at this point. He shouldn't be able to do that jutsu, even though Obito was a fucking Genin and the same shit. So what, you really think Sasuke ain't gonna be able to do that too, bro? Come on now. But either way, it's still really impressive because obviously what you can still indicate is normally Genin at that level do not have enough chakra to perform jutsus on that level. Okay? So, and what, wasn't that jutsu classified as a tuning or Jonin level technique? I don't remember. I don't know.
I think tuning at least.
Yeah, I can't remember. But either way, it was really impressive, and obviously for it to blow away, an older Kakashi at that point in time, and one of probably the best elite Jonins in that village. Okay, that was a big feat itself. But so yeah, but no, and also do keep in mind, Kakashi didn't just tank that shit. He had a dodge, so indicating that if he got hit by it, he's kind of fucked. So
I think it burnt some of his clothes as well, but it's close, so I'm not going to sit here and say that that's this big special thing.
Yeah. So, but either way, great stuff about Haku.
The last thing I have to say, which is a bit tongue in cheek, but he is one of the few people that Noodles will say is stronger than Kakuzu, so there is that.
Yeah, stronger than Nagato as well.
Yeah, no, not Nagato. The reason why that shit would never work on someone like Itachi or Obito or Nagato is because, for one, they have the visual prowess to kind of see. Think about it. if Sasuke's 1 Tomo and 2 Tomo could kind of like keep up and monitor where she was at. You know what I mean? Yes, I do know she was holding back blah blah with a whole 9 yards. I'm not saying that's not what was happening. What I'm saying is if he's still able to see her, okay, like then you have the Rinnegan and then or 3 Tomo and then Mangekyo. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so they should still be able to see her, okay. And even with the whole speed thing, like there's ways, you know, whatever to argue that and whatnot. But even without that. Jutsu activation is a fucking thing. Like, Tachi has Susanoo, Obito has Kamui, Nagato has fucking Shinra Tensei, blasts all that shit away, and bam, it's done. That's it. You know, gone. So fucking, like, you know, so that's the problem. Like, it's fine. Yeah, she has incredible scaling, and she's no joke, and teleportation is ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. But Jutsu activation is literally a fucking thing. It is literally a fucking thing. Like, come on. Like, if it wasn't a thing, like, Itachi should have been dead when Karen was launched on him. If it wasn't a thing, Sasuke should have been dead by the Raikage. If it wasn't a thing, fucking B should have been able to react to fucking Minato after he's done teleporting. Like, there's so many things you can bring up to indicate that even if you have a tremendous amount of more speed, you know what I mean, like teleportation or travel, whatever, there's certain things that can allow you to compensate for that speed difference. So, and if you don't have that, if you don't have that, then obviously, as we all know, Kid Sasuke versus Lee, that's a prime example. You know what I mean? He got fucking folded because guess what? He doesn't have fucking Susanoo. He doesn't have, you know, anything nothing to compensate for that. So, absolutely agree. But yeah, the bottom line is, like, that's the most easiest way to just get rid of that shit fucking out of the window. Like, it doesn't matter. So, and there's no way for them to be like, oh, well, it just wouldn't be fast enough, or, oh, they wouldn't be able to, whatever. It's like, okay, prove that it wouldn't be fast enough. Guess what? You can't do that. You know what I mean? So it's a lot more subjectively, like, to be proven and believable that it can be activated and done because it's shown over and over and over in fucking Naruto. You know? So, like, it's just really stupid to believe otherwise. Like, with that logic, if that was the case, there'd be a certain amount of characters that would just never lose a fight, aka Minato or Tobirama or fucking Naruto or XY. I can go on and on and on. You know what I mean? They would just never lose by that logic, and that's not the fucking case. You know, so it's just that simple. So when it comes to Haku, basically what I was gonna say when I was gonna cuckoo towards her is yes, she's strong, her hacks are crazy, blah blah, etc. But if you have certain abilities to compensate for that, you'll be perfectly fine. Okay, and it's that simple. So that's why, like, when it comes to scaling and everything, she can only get so far, and there's certain individuals that will be able to deal with her. Like, come on, like, better yet, here's even a better thing for you. If you were to go up to Kishimoto and be like, hey, who wins? Obito or Haku, or Itachi or Haku, or Pain or Haku, or whatever, you really think he's going to say Haku? You know, like, it's really stupid. So in a debate sense, whatever, it's fine, it is what it is. But, really talking about Naruto and narrative-wise, feats, you name it, etc., like, it's just really stupid to think she just solos everybody. She's not the fucking Naruto soloverse. It's just not happening. So, and then better yet, even by that logic, Kasame is able to react to light speed, but the fucking lariat and shit, and all that. So it's just like, it's just really weird. You know what I mean? Or better yet, this was in a Boruto novel. I heard about it recently, where there was an ice user or whatever that fucking shitted on the Raikage. So, obviously the Raikage is
Kakashi novel.
Yeah. The Raikage is obviously known for his speed, blah blah, you name it. But her jutsu activation, ice style, whatever, she's able to just shit on him, and then fucking Kakashi fights her, and he shits on her. So like, it's not all about speed. You know what I mean? It's not always the case. If you don't have something to hope against the speed, you're going to lose that fight. It's that fucking simple.
Yeah, it's like Naruto and Madara, dude.
Yeah. So it's just that fucking simple, But either way, that's basically it.
Or Tobirama and Madara is better,
Yeah, so, and that's just basically how it goes. Now, obviously, we all know, I'm not saying Speed Blitz isn't a thing either. Like, Jubito's a prime example, Minato, you name it, Tobirama, the whole fucking 9 yards, Raikage, whatever. So there's certain points where, yeah, it's guaranteed Speed Blitz, whatever. Like, for instance, like, if we're talking about, like, fucking Old Man Hiruzen, which, as crazy as it sounds, there's people that actually believe Old Man Hiruzen is washing up fucking fourth Raikage or KCM1 Naruto and Minato, you name it. But like,
statement, dude.
what's it called? Yeah, from the statement of like him being the strongest Hokage or whatever. Like, it's
Exactly.
understandable if you're talking about prime heroism, but old man heroism, bro, the guy that like, you know, like it's kind of like in the same ballpark with Orochimaru, and then eventually gets the upper hand with mental amps.
Yeah.
You know, like it's really weird to say, you know, like that guy could be able to be on the level of KCM fucking one Naruto, Minato, and Raikage and shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, yeah, he has all the jutsus in the world, but he's not activating a jutsu before he gets speed blitz. I just don't see it.
Using them.
He's not using them. He's just getting blitz. Like, he's gonna get, basically what would happen is Raikage would get at full speed, he would charge at him. It's fair to say maybe he could react, you know what I mean? Like, and move to try to maybe block, whatever, but one hit, bro, he's dead. Like, KCM1 Naruto even, like, acknowledged the amount of power. If it could hurt KCM1 Naruto, that his durability gets increased exponentially. We literally see that with KCM2, where he's slapping away fucking tail beast bombs like they're nothing, okay? Like, come on now, you know what I mean? But, so I'm putting that out there for, as well, so you guys don't think I'm fucking tripping or saying, like, speed doesn't, you know, solve things.
This is a great speed, bro.
You know, so like obviously we all know, you know, body movement compared to jutsu activation is a whole different thing. It's fucking supported so much, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And reaction speed, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, combat speed, reaction speed.
yeah, you know, so it's just that fucking simple. But anyway, so meaning therefore, unfortunately, when it comes to Haku, the fucking slayer of everybody apparently now from Noodles. You know what I mean? If you have jutsu speed to compensate, you're fine. Even if you don't grant that, or there can be ways that you could even argue that those characters should be able to react to light, you know, speed of light attacks and so on and so forth. Like fucking Killer Bee can move at it, Raikage can, Kasame could react to it, fucking the whole 9 yards, you know? So, fucking, better yet, Obito's like, you know, Kamui, you know, to like fucking Minato doing shit and whatnot, like, you can go like that whole fucking route and whatnot.
And the
like,
Raikage.
yeah, like there's just so many ways to fucking to establish that line of scaling and shit. It's just that simple. But anyways, so but, you know, I'm kind of glad we talked about Haku because she does deserve the respect. She's fucking a beast. So I would definitely say that at that.
I didn't.
What's a guy?
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with that. What's it called? I got about 50 minutes from now. So what's the next character you guys want to talk about? Who else?
Bro,
can you think
Haku,
of?
I never went, bro. What the fuck?
You don't need to, Loki. Fuck you, pussy.
Whole time.
Alright.
No, go ahead. My bad. I thought you did.
So, like, there isn't that much to say, but it's weird for sure, because you got the part 1, right? And then
Yeah.
you got the war arc. And in the war arc, it's crazy, bro. Like, those feats, it's so weird, bro. It's so weird. Like, in part 1, she gets blitzed by fucking the fucking M0 Naruto. She's blitzing Kakashi, war arc Kakashi. Like, bruh. Like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be Edo, you know, weaker. So yeah, like, bruh, doesn't make sense. It's the only problem I always have with.
Nah, bro, she was always that strong.
He was always that strong.
Bro, I wasn't lying when I said that he was a person that Kakuzu wishes he was.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Oh my god, I pulled up a fucking. Here, I'm gonna show this for you guys.
Oh,
Like I
no,
pull this
it's
shit, I get nothing but pop-ups. What the fuck? Like holy fuck, this is AIDS.
Oh no. Oh no, what am I gonna look at?
What the fuck is this? This isn't even all the characters. Why is it just these people?
I mean, this is just the major characters.
What is this? No, the characters
Like,
is
is this-
100 people. What the fuck?
That's not 100. No way, that's not 100.
Like,
No,
what
it's
is
100.
this though?
Wait, that's 100. That's 100. No shit.
I was trying to find all Naruto characters this way to make sure I'm not forgetting about shit and blah blah blah.
Code has a pretty good one.
We were talking about going on.
I just want to see a thing that has all the characters, like every single fucking one.
Yeah, Code has one. I think Code made a pretty good one. I'll try to get it for you.
No, there's even Boruto stuff, bruh.
What the fuck? I'm getting mad. Like you would think there would be one that has every single fucking character. Oh, Naruto, put it right here. Is this it?
Hey, Modern Warfare 2 is pretty fun right now, though, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, this is like filler shit. What the fuck, bro?
Oh shit.
It's
Bro, where the fuck do you even put him? Oh shit. Hey, this bitch. Oh, that was a fucking fire. Wasn't that like an anime and novels from this chick?
Yeah. That Ketsurio gun shit.
Bro,
She kind of strong though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm disappointed. Like, oh, this is popular. Wait, but that should be it though.
No, popular tier lists, not
Oh.
characters.
Well, let me try this then. Fucking. There has to be one that has every fucking character. There's just no way. Like I've even seen like some videos where it shows all of it.
Did you try searching all Naruto characters?
I just did Naruto tier. Create
All characters. What we got here? Nope.
fucking dicks.
Facts. I got you. Later tonight, I'll start working on every character.
Oh my god.
This is ass.
Did you want them by arc or?
Some bullshit. I was just on.
Wait,
this.
I see. Wait. I see one that has 344. That might be it.
I don't think this is
Wait.
it either. The fuck it? Where the fuck are these kids?
Fucking 400, bro. I got
Naruto
400.
characters.
Oh,
Yo, is there Naruto characters? Where?
there is,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Haku beats Pain. Shut up.
bro.
Watch. You can't even tell if I'm fucking around or not.
All right. Well. let me
He's on
see.
crack. I'm telling ya. Nah, bro.
Bro, why is there this fucking filler shit, bro? The fucking Naruto robot and bullshit.
The
Bro,
fuck? Who
Mecha
made
Naruto
this
kind of
shit?
strong.
Who made
Yo,
this
Mecha
shit?
Naruto kind of strong. What am I looking at?
I don't
Why
fucking
is
know.
Jiraiya got?
I didn't make
Okay,
this.
wait. Okay, so Kakashi, I understand, because he's omnipotent.
Okay.
You know that argument, Batman?
What's the argument,
That Kakashi's omnipotent.
bro? Why?
It comes from a dialogue statement where it says that his omnipotence can be demonstrated in every mission he undertakes.
The fuck?
And this is further backed up by the fact that he never displays true strength. It's not
Oh,
needed.
they're all within the characters. It's like watch. Wait, actually, am I tripping? Hang on.
I think you are tripping. Yeah, you're tripping.
Okay, I'm tripping.
Hmm.
I don't know if I was tripping or not. This is the best scaling you'll ever see in your life, by the way.
Oh my god.
I'm just fucking grabbing people.
Bro, Red Pill Choji over Yamabuta, round 2, let's go.
Yeah.
Fucking. That's so weird how they don't have a fucking thing that has all. There's no way, dude. I've seen videos.
Code!
Of had it.
Wait, Code has one. I'll try to get it.
Alright, try to find that shit. It has every single Naruto character? Like
Yeah,
Naruto's
like he
put-
that. Yeah, he had his work cut out for them.
Okay.
Like Code's the boy.
No Boruto though, right?
No, even then Boruto. He has Boruto characters.
Yeah, but like.
Fuck the Boruto.
Spoilers.
I'm not gonna know them anyways. So, but as long as it doesn't have spoilers and shit, then I should be fine. But Naruto Sasuke. See, this one should have all of them, but it doesn't. Oh man. Da-ba-da-ba-da.
Yeah, I found a pretty good one.
I have found it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Code, you massive, insane, beautiful bastard that you are. Here, Batman, I found it. Batman, you there?
No, he's muted.
Oh shit. Well, it's in main chat.
Alright.
This one's pretty massive, I won't lie.
Yeah. But there is Boruto stuff, bro.
Yeah, there is Boruto.
Bruh, how many characters, bro?
I don't know. Code and Sebastian had their work cut out for this.
Why is there like fucking wait, how many? 7 Urashikis? What the fuck?
Do you even want to get into why there's 7 Urashikis?
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, I really do.
I think that's every time that he gets chakra, or like every time he gets an amp. Oh no, I'd say it's pretty good. Oh, he found it. Oh god. I'll try to find another one. See how that works.
Bro. Why is there baby Hagoromo, bro? The fuck?
I don't know, bro. He's pretty strong.
Because 2 people came together and they did stuff that made a baby. That's why there's a baby Hagoromo.
Yo, Pimpin', you there? Yo, Pimpin'.
Yeah, so there?
Yeah. That fucking music.
Yeah.
Um,
God damn it, Batman.
I thought I was muted with the music.
I've been here. Fucking. So is this the list that you posted that has like every single one?
Yeah, that's the one that
Motherfucker has like.
Sebastian made.
He has so many versions of the same fucking person though. Holy shit.
Bro,
Like I see what
that's how many versions there are.
Like I see what he's doing though because. Oh, you're.
Now you can ignore some of them though. You can ignore some of them though.
Hey, Shai, can you give me a napkin? What's it called?
Yo, I'd say we made this it's like
So
a
no,
side
like
project.
for instance, like I get what he's doing because like I guess he's applying like certain moments when like characters have like mental amps or whatever, yada yada. But bro.
Well, I mean like remember it's optional. You can ignore some of them.
Okay. Yeah. What you doing? Here, are you being crazy? All right.
Yeah, those two guys are insane.
Hey, Codes?
They did that tier list over the course of like, I don't know, 2 weeks of just straight finding images and like just copying and pasting them.
Really?
Gee, man.
Okay. All right. So, I guess for the next character we can talk about, this one's kind of like here and there. Like some people like give him a lot of love and respect. Some people just kind of say, "Oh, hey, fucking whatever." But Gaara, how do you guys feel about Gaara though throughout? Because I feel like
Gaara is goated,
He's cool.
bro.
like yeah, he's really cool. He's really goated. I feel like he's also really underrated. And
Weaker than Toph.
And people don't like.
He's weaker than Tamari.
And people don't like realize like fucking like
Bruh.
how powerful like he actually is that he gets throughout. Like for instance, like the significant fucking increase of power he gets from when after he fights Naruto, and then to where he's fighting against Bone Man, like he was massively fucking stronger, dude. It was ridiculous. Like if that Gaara fought in the tuning exams, like
Bruh.
the one that fought Bone Man, bro. Oh my god, Sasuke would have been killed, bro. I'm sorry. like what the fuck does he do against a big ass tsunami wave or all these like crazy ass attacks that you just can't avoid? Like it's so crazy what he could do.
And he gets stronger when he kills people too. Like his sand really absorbs like their blood.
Yeah, like the whole blood thing. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. Whether if you guys believe that's like a figurative type thing or whatever, you know, or some type of metaphor, I don't know, or if that's actually literally how it works, that's fine. I don't give a fuck about it because either way, you can't really quantify it, so it's kind of hard. But what you can know is he's getting stronger and stronger the more people he kills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And sand absorbs that and makes the sand more denser. That's how I like rationalize it.
Yeah. Oh, you all know what's funny though? Like a lot of people forget about this. Remember when Guy like went down to protect Lee from Gaara and he just smacks away his sand like it's shit? Like remind you, like while Sasuke and Lee, that those two are like punching it and they can't do anything to it. But like Guy comes in and just slaps it away and says, "Get that shit out of here, you weak ass sand." Like if that ain't go to show you, bro, like the line of scaling, like come on now. And that's pretty impressive because Gaara, like, if we're being real, even at that age, he was basically a Jonin. Like when he's first in the tuning exams, like he beats Itachi's record, okay, effortlessly. Which to be fair, like, you know, Itachi did it by himself, and yes, technically Gaara did it by himself as well. He's backpacking Conqueror and Tamari. But see, Gaara basically just killed someone, got his scroll, and then went to the finish line. While Itachi did his whole thing, he was kind of like playing devil's advocate. He was being really nice to people, like, hey, I don't really, you know, whatever, leave me alone, blah, blah. And then eventually, like, a whole team went to press him. He's like, hey, like, back off, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then he fought him, took their shit, and then went and got it. So, like, Itachi was kind of weird because, like I said, he's a weird pacifist type person. But, anyways, but either way, like, he passes the record, beats it. Like, even, like, all the people there, like, saying, yeah, no Joning or Chunin could ever be able to pull that feat of what he did. Like, he must have some weird abilities or whatever. So, like, it's just really interesting. Like, he's just crazy. Like, he was already implied to be on, like, a really higher level. Obviously, passing Chunin, in my opinion. Arguably Joning. But the fact that, like, he was that strong just from the beginning was just crazy. And that's just, like, base fucking Gaara, too, you know? And then, obviously, with, like, his Jinchuriki amps and shit, you know, all that, like, he just gets even more, like fucking, when I was reading through all of that, like, he had, like, his partial transformation on, like, his arm thing. Then it goes from, like, his arm to a tail. He gets one tail. And then it goes from him going to V2, basically, where it's, like, going all over his body. And then he goes, like, to the full Shikaku transformation. Like, so this motherfucker just gets amps upon amps, dude. Like, it's just ridiculous. But either way, like, we all know that the kid one was goated. But then I feel like when it gets to Shippuden, that's when people, like, start thinking he's just kind of fodder or trash in comparison to a lot of people. Which I can get it to certain degrees and you know, extensions, but like,
Yeah,
but even Shippuden Gaara was strong, bro.
yeah,
Gaara
no,
Gaara was strong, yeah.
Like, he only lost to Datara because it was like an off-guard, like, opening type move that he did. Like, yeah, he exploited his weakness of protecting the innocent. You know, kind of similar to what happens when you have a hero and villain. Like, the villains always try to hurt the innocent people, and then that kind of makes them vulnerable, and then they can get the advantage in the fight. You know, it's normally how it goes. It's literally what fucking happens. Like, he drops a big-ass nuclear bomb. He fucking eats that shit and protects everybody like it's nothing. Okay, which is crazy. It's a durability feat itself. And then basically, like, while that all is happening, Data did, like, a little slimy, you know, maneuver and had, like, his shit going into his sand or whatever. And eventually, like, caught him off guard, and there was no time to react or anything. He doesn't have teleportation or anything like that. Or didn't have enough time to do body flicker either. And just gets, you know, blown up, like, fucking face. Yeah, like, it was explosion to his fucking face, yeah. And then his sand armor wasn't durable enough to tank it, so, you know, goes to show, like, the limits of his sand armor. But either way, like, it's still pretty crazy, you know, like, and a lot of people try to use that as, like, an anti-feat, but it's like, if they had a 1v1 battle, especially if Gar was bloodlusted, because you can even argue that Gar was, like, perfectly calm and collective when he was fighting Data as well. Like, he just had, like, an emotionless, like, faceless expression, and he was just trying to kill him, you know, or capture him or whatever, you know, and then, like, fucking, like, he rips off, like, Datara's arm immediately, and, you know, like, Datara's already losing the fight, like, there's nothing he can do. And not only that, like, that Gar was using, like, his Jinchuriki abilities, too. Like, he was using the Shikaku transformation shit. Yeah, he was, yeah. And that shit was crazy. Like, you saw how massive it was?
Yeah.
Like, and, like, fucking, like, it was just so cool. You know, so, like, the fact that he could, like, use, like, his Jinchuriki transformation shit, turn it into ninjutsu attacks, and just be so, like, dangerous to where, like, basically if it touches you, you're dead. You know, like, it was really crazy. Like, he was fucking strong, dude. And, like, he was done dirty, you know, for the sake of the plot and story. And, like, as it goes on, like, you know, then people just come up from there. And then we don't really see him perform again until the 5 Kage Summit. And, like, even at that point, like, fucking, like, you know, he's there. Like, he has, like, a moment where he uses his sand to react to the Mataratsu. But a lot of people say, oh, that's not really impressive because, you know, A was already in motion to slam his kick and blah, blah. So, it's, you know, that's not really whatever, yada, yada. But I've mentioned this before to you guys, I think, to where if you look at the game, where it's basically showing all the story events, the same shit, it just adds a little bit more detail. It's showing Gaara reacting to Sasuke's Amaterasu over and over and over. Like, and he's just casually reacting to that shit, blocking it with his sand. And then they have, like, a full fight, 1v1, and then eventually it skips to, like, the whole thing that happens in the manga and anime. So, like, it's really interesting. I don't know. Gaara is a really interesting fucking character, dude. And arguably at that time, I would feel like it's safe to assume he's stronger, you know, at the 5 Kage Summit compared to the beginning. I even think there's data book statements to imply it too, that he was actually stronger without Shikaku for some reason. I don't, even though that doesn't really make sense to me, but I think that's there too. and then eventually he appears in the war. He's even more fucking stronger. Like he's doing some crazy shit. Like Gaara's no joke, bro. Gaara's no joke. I feel like a lot of people don't really realize how strong he was in the show. That's just me though. I know you guys know to a degree, but
bro, War Gaara is something else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's just crazy, you know. So like,
oh god, especially New Era. Oh god.
Like so.
Wait, Obito, New Era is fucking Sunny.
What? Nah. Oh my god, bro, stop.
Oh shit.
Stop.
Sonic Lego, baby.
New Era? Nah, bro. New Era Gaara, like keeping up with Fuse Momo is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Didn't he do like a taijutsu exchange, and that's like his weakest like thing
briefly,
too?
Yeah, briefly.
Bro.
Yeah. Apparently, like it's stated in like one of the novels that like his taijutsu is on par with base Naruto's or some shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's great, and that was his weakest thing too. And the fact that he trained, which we know he trained like fucking like a madman in taijutsu, because in the anime, I don't know about the manga, but in the filler, like it's showing him like training like heavily in taijutsu, and he even like works with that one dude that has like gates, but not the gates, but it's something he has that's similar to
the heavenly blast.
Yeah, and that shit was a fire, and like I know it's filler, but at the end of the day, it was fucking fire. If I'm being real with you, like to see him and Lee fight, that was like a Dragon Ball Z type fight. It was so cool. Yeah, it was really good. But either way, like there's plenty of implications for it, you name it. And obviously, in time, characters always work on their weaknesses and train and whatever. It's like you don't really need to be like, oh, well, we didn't really see it in the maybe the manga or anime, so no, come on, it's it's there. Like there's ways to go about it and argue it. But either way, like that shit's crazy. The fact that he can even get good with taijutsu, because that was like one of his hardest things to do. He was shit at it. Like imagine that Gaara with the taijutsu he has, if the Gaara in the tuning exams had that same taijutsu.
He's beating him.
Like good luck, bro. Oh shit! Like a Gaara that has broken ninjutsu, sand, shikaku, and good taijutsu.
Bruh. Sasuke comes up, he gets past his defense, and he's like, haha, I finally broke it through, and then he throws a punch, and then all of a sudden Gaara blocks that shit on some Wing Chun shit.
Yeah, just destroys, bro.
And just like boom, boom, boom.
Right?
I just got you.
Or just enhances like his like enhances his fucking like body with sand to a degree, like kind of similar to Susanoo, and he's just giving him the hands, fucking him up.
Yep. All that, bro. Just add sand to his body. All that weight takes mass to move mass, baby.
Yep. But nah, like fucking like I said, Gaara is no joke. What I'm curious for you guys to think of is like, I feel like this is really contentious. If I had to pick, I'd say Sasuke more than likely. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm capping on that, but like the Gaara that fights Kimamaru, if him against Sasuke, like let's say he took Naruto's shoes instead and they got a rematch, and they went to fight the Sasuke that fights the Gaara that fights the Bone Man. Yeah, like how do you think that goes? And then we'll talk about, like, let's say Sasuke just immediately goes to CM2. How do you think that goes?
I think if Gaara does his Sand Tsunami, I think like base Sasuke is kind of getting fucked over.
Yeah, he's dead.
I think even 3 Tomoe Sasuke is kind of dying.
Yeah, if we're being real, like come on, Kimamaru, even sick, Kimamaru was no joke, and we know he would scale over that Sasuke at that point in time. Like we know damn well.
His bones.
Yeah, and
his bones are like 5 times harder than steel. Sand Tsunami comes, and he's like, "Oh shit, Curse Mark 1, activate."
Yep. So bottom line is, like, we obviously know Sasuke don't have no fucking durability feats on the same level as Bone and shit. He doesn't have he doesn't have greater speed than fucking Bone Man either in base. Like, fucking maybe they can be able to react to each other, to a brief extent, whatever. But the moment like Bone Man's doing like his bones and shit, like good luck, And then if Sasuke does Chidori, Bone Man will probably go either CM1 or CM2, and then just that's it, whatever. But either way, like fucking, like it's just, I don't think this is crazy to say. Kimamaru, even while sick, is stronger than that Sasuke. And if he can't evade Gaara's attacks, because what Gaara does, like, it was 2 or 3 like ridiculously overpowered attacks that you just can't dodge. It was either 2 or 3, I can't remember. I'll have to pull it up. But like, bottom line is, if the Bone guy can't dodge twice. Like, yeah, it was in base, then in CM1, and it took for him to go to CM2 in order to get out of something that would kill you. So like,
I don't think Sasuke is living through a fight with Gaara.
Like
God forbid if Shukaku comes out.
Yeah.
And that too, like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, so like, all right. So the best way to analyze this is like, we all know if Naruto just summoned Gambunta, which is what he should have fucking done to beat Sasuke. I'm just being real with you.
What is he doing?
Yeah, like Sasuke loses. It's at CM2 every day.
Gama, all he does is spit at him.
Spit at him. Yeah. So, yeah, you remember when Gambunta opened his mouth in the manga and anime, and like just from him breathing, like Naruto's like can't do anything. Like he's just like getting overwhelmed by the power and like trying to hold on for his fucking life.
Yeah, he's like,
so,
whoa,
whoa. Yeah, like come on, bro. Like, yeah. So I'm being real. So if Sasuke can't even handle a threat like that, we clearly know Shikaku, and this Gaara is even stronger as well. So that Shikaku is going to be even more stronger because there's two Shikakus. There's three actually. A lot of people don't know this. There's one where Gaara transformed into Shikaku and he can transform, which is insane. Okay, the fact that he can just transform and control his body and do whatever the fuck he wants is insane.
Yeah, he just goes V1.
Yeah, like fucking. So he can go. Well, no, I'm talking about the full transformation right now.
Shikaku.
He can go. Like it's literally shown in the anime and the manga. Like I was going through all this, and I'm like, damn, like this man is insane.
No, I thought you meant like V2 and shit.
No, yeah, we all know that. Which that shit's still even crazy. But like the fact that he can,
I think V1 alone destroys Sasuke. I'm not gonna lie, even CM2.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like so, like fucking the fact that Gaara, like when he goes into his full transformation Shikaku, it's the first thing is just he's inside the body, which is in my opinion really fucking smart because when he does the second stage, like then he shows like his body or whatever, and then like he like fucking like and he's like out there. Which is really dumb in my opinion, because the whole point of him to come out is to do like the sleep thing or whatever. And then like when he goes to sleep, then the real Shikaku comes out, and then it gets even more powerful. And so the whole thing with that is, you know, like with the first form, not two forms, so it wasn't three, it was just two. So the first form, that's probably like the most broken one in my opinion. Yes, I know obviously Shikaku gets stronger when he goes to sleep. But if you think about it, if he's inside the fucking tail beast, he can't get hit or hurt, and he has like changing landscape amount of power and fucking, you know, strength, you name it, like to fight Gambunta and all that shit. Like just going into that first full transformation, what the fuck does Sasuke do? like he can't do anything. And if Gaara wanted to be, which in my opinion, I know how you guys feel about this, an idiot and reveal himself to where he can get hurt now, and then just to make Shikaku more stronger. Now he's just more stronger and more powerful. He's not doing shit. But even if you like, let's say fucking Sasuke could somehow, I don't know, just pull a mental amp or whatever and gets to him and goes to land a hit, like fucking, like even if he lands a hit or whatever, it's just gonna wake him up and he's still there, you know? Like it's not like he's gonna be fully exhausted and fatigued like how he was when he fought against Naruto and shit. So, like, it's just, I don't know, like, Gaara at that point, bro, he's a monster. A lot of people really don't, like, get that. Like, he's a fucking beast. And, like, if Sasuke's in base with a shotgun or not, he's dying. If he's in CM1, he's dying. In my opinion, it would take for him to go to CM2. I think that's fair and believable for him to basically be able to, like, get out of the sand, similar to how Kimaru did. But then again, it's like, you know,
Kimaru did it with his bones.
But yeah, exactly. But Kimaru did with his bones, so like I don't even think that would work because the only durability, he would just die and get crushed because the only durability feats he has is his wings. But the wings are not as strong as bone. You know, like
his only wing con is Genjutsu. That's it.
Yeah, literally, like even with the wings, that's fine and all, but guess what? The sand goes over his entire body. It's going to go over his wings and his body. So if he can't use his wings to defend himself or increase his durability, it's counterintuitive and he dies still. You know?
I mean, can he fly? He
can fly. Yeah. He did it against Naruto.
He can?
Yeah. It wasn't like a fucking like how he is in Shippuden where he's like a bird, like really flying, but In Naruto, he was kind of like flapping his wings because he just acquired it, and he was like in air and shit. But
I don't think he can fly. I think he can use the wings to help keep air for a long time.
yeah, he can just stay up in the air and flap. Yeah, to hover. He just can't like fly like a fucking bird. Shippuden can, but not him. He just acquired it. But like the bottom
That's some Sakura shit.
yeah, but either way, so like
when does Shippuden Sasuke fly like a bird? Because the only instance I could think is he has to use his wings to help gain height to hit Datara, but he doesn't fly with them.
yeah, so what happens is like he goes into his transformation to like tank an explosion, and then like basically like fucking it goes from there. Then Data eventually does like another move where it hits his wing and he loses a wing. And then I believe Data even comments and says, "All right, now you lost the wing, so now you can't fly and get up to me or something like that." I would have to go back, but either way, like he has wings and shit. I'm pretty sure it's fair to assume that he could fucking fly up and get up there if he could, if he needed to. Like, it's just more like supported that he could. Not obviously that we know for sure, but, you know, I don't know. That's just me, though. So, but no, yeah, back to the Gaara thing and Sasuke, like, I'm sorry, like, if that happens, like, he's just not surviving that, you know what I mean? And even if, let's say he's able to go to CM2, and before Gaara can crush him, then he breaks out with like using his wings or something, or maybe his Onyx Shidori, and he comes out and breaks out and then charges at Gaara. Okay, at that point, Gaara has two options: either one, do that fucking absolute defense thing he did against Kimaru. Now I do believe that either the Onyx Shidori would either just go through it, like not instantaneously, but probably slowly and then get through, or it would be similar to Kimaru. Like that's where it really comes to the question: what's stronger, Onyx Shidori or the fucking spiral big ass bone spear thing that Kimaru had? And at that point, I guess maybe you can say it's fair to maybe say Onyx Shidori should be stronger. You know, like let's say Kimaru had a clash with him and they did it Onyx and they both hit. That maybe the Shidori would go through and break it or something. I believe that's a lot more. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know about you guys, but like now, if Kimaru added like chakra to it, maybe he could overpower Sasuke and beat him. But if he doesn't like add chakra and it's just that big spear while he's in CM2, maybe Sasuke will win. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but like it's interesting. But either way, like even if he does that, that still gives Gaara time to react or whatever. Gaara can also fly, which Sasuke can't fly. You know what I mean? Like, Gaara could just really fly and just stay in the air and just keep spamming attacks like Datara does to people. like, it's just, he just has such a massive advantage, dude. And then even if that is not helping, for some fucking reason, if he does anything with Shikaku, I don't want to hear it, dude. I don't want to hear it. Like, it's just not happening. Like, it's even debatable V1 can take care of him. It's V2 would probably shit on him at that Gaara at that point. And if he goes full transformation...
Weeb is going to say some shit.
Oh, yeah. We would be like, hell no. Sasuke's beating Gaara too. Hell no. But yeah, he probably loses his mind. I believe it. But like, I don't know. I just... Like I said, I strongly feel that Gaara at that point would mop fucking Sasuke. Now, what is interesting to me, though, is if that Gaara fought Naruto again, Naruto's not winning unless he does Gambunta, and even if he does Gambunta, I don't think he's gonna pull off the W still. Yeah. Like he'll be able to put up a good fight with Gambunta as well. But I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna win because it's gonna kind of be similar like before, where like Gambunta basically is like, oh, I'm reaching my limit, gotta go, bro. Sorry, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
We talk about Sasuke, CM2 losing, Gambunta losing, right? And then you have fucking Kimimaro, who almost killed him and Lee. If he wasn't sick, they would be dead.
Wait, guys. Unfortunately, I have to go, but I'll be back later. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll be back. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah, like
peace out, y'all. I gotta eat.
Okay, bro. Peace out. Okay, so did you hear me, Batman? Did you fucking... No, did you hear me what I said?
Nice.
Yo. Batman.
I don't think he did, bruv.
Did you hear what I said? Okay, so we are talking about CM Sasuke, CM2 Sasuke, right? Losing to this Gaara, and Naruto Gamabunta losing to this Gaara, and then you have Kimimaro, who almost killed them both. If he wasn't sick, they would be dead.
Yeah.
Dead Gaara and Lee.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And then, like, you know, so, like, it's just, at the end of the day, like, the way I see it, like, Gaara, like, fighting that Sasuke, even, like, that, you know, arguably the strongest Sasuke we've seen in, like, towards that time of Naruto, like, fucking, like, or not arguably, the strongest, it's like, come on, like, I don't know. And then even if Naruto, like, you know, even if Naruto went, like, QB, Gaara's gonna still be able to deal with him. Like, if Kimamaru could deal with fucking thousands of fucking QB enhanced Naruto clones as well, and with a chakra cloak on top of it, which we all know the chakra cloak makes him even more stronger. Okay.
Yeah, base Kimimaro.
Yeah, so it's not like it was just like, you know, Naruto with the Nine Tails Eyes amp. No, it was Naruto with the Nine Tails Eyes amp and QB chakra. So that's 2 amps, okay? Because he either has one or the other. It's like when he fought against Neji, he only had the chakra. When he fought against Gaara, only the chakra. When he did fucking, you know, and then when it was Haku, he had the QB eyes, the chakra for one moment, but then it was just QB eyes. Orochimaru, QB eyes. Kimamaru, he takes it a whole fucking step further, okay? Stacks a chakra on top of it as well, and then fucking just goes and goes at it. And then eventually, like, what's it called? He doesn't have, like, the chakra cloak forever with all of them. Yeah, he just puts it on, like, momentarily to give himself more power, and then he just charges him. And yeah, in base, he deals with every single one. So if Kimamaru can do it, Gaara is going to easily handle that as well. When Naruto goes one tails, though, okay, arguably, like, let's say if Naruto was fighting the bone guy and he went one tails, I do feel like Kimamaru would have been forced to go to CM2, and then that's when he would have beat Naruto still, even as the one-tailed.
CM2? That would be a bit much, right? CM1 would be enough.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Because Sasuke with 3 Toma was still able to react to One Tail Naruto and everything you name it. It wasn't like a significant fucking power boost to that. Like, don't get me wrong, he's strong and he's more dangerous because, you know, the chakra roar, and he's more, you know, unpredictable, you name it. And he did force Sasuke to go to CM2. He had to, otherwise he would have lost the fight. But, like, you know, but the fact that, like, that Sasuke could still react, you know, and deal with to a certain extent just goes to show it wasn't a significant fucking power boost.
It wasn't even CM1, bro.
It
was just 3 Tomo.
Yeah, it was just 3 Tomo in base, exactly.
Kimimaro is so much stronger than him.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no, it would be CM1, that's fair to say. But to be on the safe side, let's say you want to highball Naruto or whatever, you know, the CM2 would definitely do the fucking job. If you know, come on, like, you know, there's no reason.
The CM2, he would just kill him. Bro.
Yeah, he would just fuck him up. Like, he'd do his fucking spear against his Rasengan, and whether you think the Rasengan wins against the spear, great. Guess what? Then he just kills him with his fucking tail, or uses his fucking bone dancing, and whatever. He has so many ways to do it.
What about the fucking forest thing, bro? That was crazy.
That's what I'm saying, you know, so... But either way, like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, no matter what, that Gaara is just, there's so many implications and feats, and you name it. Like, it's just that fucking simple. Like, Gaara is no fucking joke. Better yet, dead ass. I don't know about how you guys feel about this, but if Gaara pulled up and was fighting the Sound 4 at the same time, I believe he would still win. It wouldn't be like a no diff, but, like, you know, it'd probably be like a low diff. You know what I mean? Mid diff if you want to highball the Sound 4. Because if Kimamaru scales over all of them and just base, and we see what Gaara does to Kimamaru, like, come on. You know what I mean? So, like, it's that fucking simple. And then you have Sasuke, which, don't get me wrong, is technically a weaker Sasuke, because he hasn't gotten, like, the CM2 power-up and all that, and, like, more access to the curse mark and shit, but this is when he can only do CM1, and where he can't really, you know, use it that great. And has, you know, 2 Tomo as well with Chidori, so he can't do shit against the Sound 4. He's just getting bullied, okay? And then basically from there, like, when he goes into the gore and everything and gets that whole new thing, at that point he's basically getting stronger, you know. And at that point, you know, like, obviously it's more than likely implied that Sasuke can be able to, you know, be able to beat them and whatnot. I would say it's fair that he could be able to, which I think that's really interesting for Sasuke going against each Sound 4. That'd be a pretty cool video or something. Yeah. But, you know, and I do believe Sasuke would be able to win, especially when you analyze all the other fights like Choji, Neji, you name it, and all that shit.
Kimimaro would be cool too.
Yeah, and then Sasuke versus like Kimimaro, that would be really cool. We at the end of the day, we know Kimimaro is beating his ass, but it would still be really cool to watch. You know, it'd be really fucking cool.
And he's sick. Like that's crazy, bro.
Exactly,
like, that's crazy.
So, it's like fucking Itachi, bro. When like Itachi's sick, blind, and no diss to Orochimaru again, like to where he couldn't even react. You know, but then Orochimaru is always like, "Oh, I'm immortal. I can't die, so I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, even if you hit me." And he's like, "Oh shit, wait, no, this is not something to get hit by axe. Oh no, no, not the Reaper deaths again all over. No."
Not the fucking hags, bro.
Literally, I know Orochimaru is so annoyed by that shit. His fucking hacks by Hiruzen. Yeah. So. Oh shit. But yeah, no, like either way, like it's just there, you know what I mean? So like it's that simple. But anyways, back to Gaara because I wanted to finish out with Gaara.
He was like, yeah, I'm fine, and he's like, wait, no, that's Hex. Fuck, bro.
Exactly.
but
fucking
one thing I want to say about Gaara before I forget it.
Yeah.
New era, right? Boruto, and I can say this because this is not going to be a spoiler because you're never going to see this because it's in a novel.
Okay.
So you would have to read it. So apparently, it's in the Shikamaru Hidden novel.
Okay.
And there's a 5 Kage summit, right?
Yeah.
And they're discussing something and bullshit, and Shikamaru gets angry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he whips out the fucking Shadow Possession Jutsu and traps everyone under it. And the only ones that are able to escape it are Naruto and Gaara. And that's crazy. Because this Shikamaru was able to hold fucking Base Momo and Kinshi under that shit for a bit. So, bruh.
That's crazy, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this goes to show, you know what I mean? That's
apparently
pretty
he's
big deal.
Level, bruh. Apparently he's Sonic level.
Sonic level, by all means.
Yeah, according to fucking Pyro.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, there are a lot of people out there that just, I don't know what it is. They just don't like Gaara or can't accept the fact that he's fucking strong. Like, he was one of those ninjas from the sand, similar to like to Konoha or, you know, whatever, to where he was a natural genius, okay, was gifted with fucking broken ass abilities, okay, like, and he's just strong, you know what I mean? Like, he's just that guy. Like, you can't just, you know, like, obviously he's gonna have his limits, don't get me wrong, but like, he's fucking strong. You know, like you could talk about Gaara in so many ways, and he's 9 out of 10 times getting a lot more W's than L's, if we're being honest, you know. So it's just he's just that guy. But the only thing I'll say besides the whole beginning of Gaara, because I think we kind of said all we could. Like, if I'm really being honest, like, if anything, the only thing I can really say about that Gaara in the beginning, like, how do you think he does against Kakashi? That's really interesting.
The one that fought Kimimaro?
Yeah.
Or
the one that fought Kimimaro. And see, that's really interesting because it's like, you know, Kakashi, like, because then you have to think of the whole fucking topic of, like, Kakashi versus him. And if I'm being real, like, you know, like, Kakashi, like, I feel like he wouldn't be able to, like, straight up, like, let me see. I'm trying to think of it. Because, like, all right, if you look at how Kimimaro performed against Lee, then all these other people, whatnot, you name it, and then Gaara. So, like, if Kakashi came, I do feel Kakashi's going to be able to beat that Kimimaro, especially, obviously, because he's on a time limit. You know, he's going to die eventually. But I feel like it's safe to assume that Kakashi's still scaling over that sick Kimimaro. Or even if you don't think that they would be able to, you know, fight each other and, you know, and be kind of equal to a degree. And then with Kakashi having, like, thousands of fucking jutsu, along with his Raikiri, you name it, whatever, he should be able to somehow pull a W. So, like, if you establish that and you think that's okay, then if you have Gaara and that Kakashi going at it, okay, mind you, Gaara was able to effortlessly beat Base, then took for him to go to CM1, but then he still gets beaten in CM1 as well, basically effortlessly, like dead out. Like, he gave Gaara a little bit of a fight, but then he still gets beaten in CM1. So you got, like, first time he got no diff, second time low diff, and then that when he goes to CM2, Gaara just can't do shit. Like, it's like he can't do shit.
CM2 is crazy.
Yeah, like, he just could not do shit. So, like, if it's Kakashi,
one more thing, bro. I forgot to say this. Yeah, with Sasuke and Kimimaro, right?
Yeah.
If Sasuke gets crushed like with the wings, this is the other thing I want to say. The second one I forgot. The wings ain't gonna help because the sand's gonna get everywhere.
Yeah.
And Kimimaro literally can, and what he did was he put a whole fucking layer of bone under his skin, and
Exactly.
Sasuke has nothing. Bro. Those wings ain't gonna help like that.
Nope.
The sand is gonna go everywhere.
Yeah.
Like Kimimaro only survived because he had something like that crazy shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like fucking.
CM1.
But I'm gonna wrap this up
CM2.
because I only have like 2 more minutes. So what we'll do when we start the next podcast video, we will more than likely be finishing this topic once and for all. So we do need to get Ken and Loki in one last time. We'll have a lot more time as well. What's called, I'm off this Sunday, so if you guys want to kind of get a podcast in that day, or maybe even Saturday night, it's up to you guys, whatever. Just let me know. We'll finish this topic up. But we will finish Gar, because I do want to talk a little bit more about Gar, because I want to discuss his Shippuden and all that as well in War Arc. But other than that, another character I think that would be interesting to talk about will be Neji.
Neji.
I think Neji is also worthy to talk about, because a lot of people really fucking shit on him too. And other than that, I don't really, I can't really think of anybody else at the top of my head. So if it comes to mind, or if you guys can think of someone, by all means, whatever. But
like Asuma or Hiruzen.
Hiruzen. Yeah, Asuma or Hiruzen. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yep, Hiruzen or Asuma. Absolutely. I don't think we should. I don't think we need to talk about Kasame, but Kasame is also really good to talk about too.
Kasame is.
People do him dirty. People do him dirty too. It's crazy. So, but yeah, that's what we'll do. So in the next podcast, fuck it, we'll get Kasame in there. We'll get Asuma, Hiruzen, and Neji, and we'll finish off Gar, and we'll have the time to do it. Trust me, it won't take forever. Okay. We'll be able to do it. But I'm gonna leave it here, guys.
One more thing, bro, before you leave, before I forget this again. One last thing, last fucking thing. The CM2M is crazy because that bone shit. If you remember, he did that in CM1, but at CM2 was just raw power, just straight up fucking raw fucking end.
Yeah, his CM1 was able to. His CM1 was able to have enough durability to still tank the second attack that Gar did, which was arguably more powerful.
With those bones on the skin.
Yeah. And then he just goes to CM2 to get out of it and just full powerhouse.
That was just fucking crazy.
Exactly. But all right, man, I'm clocking in for work right now, and I gotta go, unfortunately.
All right.
What's it called? If you guys are available tonight at 11, I'll be up and shit. It's up to you. But if you're asleep, it's all good.
Right.
And then I don't know about Kevin.
11 p.m.
Yes, tonight 11
p.m. East. It's 5 a.m. for me, bruh. I would need to go sleep right now. That's
up to you. So if you guys want to launch it back at 11, by all means, Ken, I don't know about you, but just let us know.
I don't know about Ken.
Communicate it. Yeah, communicate it. We'll communicate in Discord, just text, whatever. We'll figure it out. It'll either happen tonight, or it'll happen maybe tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. We'll figure it out. All right.
No.
Yeah,
all right. Peace, guys. I enjoyed. You guys have a wonderful day.
Yeah. I did as well.